It all starts with you. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I am alcoholic. Today, I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I could not be any more grateful. And I want to express some of that gratitude I'm feeling this morning for our friends in the treatment facility that we visit twice a week. We went in Saturday night. If you guys are watching on our YouTube channel this morning, I want to say personally, thank you for allowing me to come in there and share and open up the way that I shared and opened up. And I hope it resonated with you guys. But with all that being said, we say this all the time. You guys helped me a lot more than when I helped you. And so for that, I would be forever grateful. You guys kept me sober Saturday night, and you helped keep me sober into my meeting last night. So thank you once again. On page 19 of the big book, we feel that elimination of our drinking is but a beginning. We feel that elimination of our drinking is but a beginning. What does Bill Wilson mean when he writes that line? There's a lot of depth in that, and it goes to the same topic, same point that we've tried to articulate many times here in the Recovery Classroom between myself and Deb and Drinda. We've said this all the time. Getting sober isn't the end result. Getting sober is whenever it allows us to start living our lives. My whole life, whenever I was actively drinking, my whole life was spent every waking minute thinking about my booze, thinking about, do I have enough? Am I going to have to go get more? Am I going to run out? Where do I have it stashed at? We say this all the time. We don't get clean and sober just to get clean and sober. We get clean and sober so we could start enjoying the life and the blessings that our higher power, whom I choose to call God, my higher power has in store for me. And none of that can occur until I make the decision to start doing something. No matter what, any action is better than no action. None of those blessings will happen to me. The life that God has lined up for me is not going to start until I start by trying to eliminate my drinking problem. And that doesn't happen for me, at least it didn't happen for me until I started hanging out with like-minded individuals. I started finding these folks in meetings and talking to them and learning and getting tips and tricks of the trade, so to speak. And I find it fascinating that Bill writes it that way. We feel that elimination of our drinking is but a start, or is but a beginning, I should say. That is so true. See, we don't have a drinking problem, we have a thinking problem. And working a program of action, be it NA, be it AA, be it Smart Recovery, whatever program, working a program of action allows us to start changing the way we're thinking. For me, the only program that worked for me is AA. So I work AA. I'm not trying to push it on anybody or preach it to anybody. And that's not at all what I'm trying to do. I'm just saying the program I started working allowed me to start changing my thinking, which allowed me to stop drinking. I was great at stopping drinking. I was terrible at staying stopped. I could stop drinking long enough to take the kids to a doctor's appointment, maybe go to work, get a little bit of work done. But man, the second that urge would hit me, I was back off the drink. I was great at stopping. I was terrible at staying stopped. And working a program allowed me to not only stop, but stay stopped. And by staying stopped, by staying out of my madness, by walking away from that life that I once lived, I'm now able to enjoy those blessings that God has given me. I was asked, matter of fact, I was asked Saturday night, is there any one event that you can pinpoint and put a dot on, so to speak, to say, man, I sure am glad I'm sober because of this. And my response was, every single day. Every day I wake up is a day that I am grateful for. No matter what may be going on, no matter what may be taking place or transpiring in my life, I'm still grateful for it because it's a day that I wasn't supposed to have. I was supposed to be dead by January of 2022 at the rate my drinking was progressing. I was supposed to be gone. So every single day is a blessing, but it all had to start with me taking some type of action. Right, wrong, indifferent. I had to do something to stop drinking. And the only thing that it made sense for me to do, the only thing I was able to do was start going to meetings and hanging out with people who had figured out how to solve their drinking and drug problem. And they were able to teach me how I could make that same process, that same progress, I should say, work in my life. So I want to encourage you, find meetings that where you can plug in and get connected to people. That's going to be a topic of another monologue here real soon. Find meetings where you can plug in and get connected to people and figure out what they did to stop drinking and drug it so you too can start your new life and start enjoying those blessings that your higher power has in store for you. With that being said, I'm out of time. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. You guys absolutely keep me sober, and I could not be any more appreciative. We'll be talking again soon, guys. Remember, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.